over the summer.
Marianne, hang on, hon.
Okay.
We have about 10 seconds and we'll be live. Welcome to AbilityMKE Now. My name is Sue Roskoff. AbilityMKE Now is a show all about integration, bringing people with disabilities and people that don't have a disability together, enjoying life here in the Milwaukee area. We all have different abilities. And here at AbilityMKE Now, we dive into this topic of diverse abilities. The concept of disability hits a wide range of possibilities. We could be talking about physical or mental disabilities, the deaf and hard of hearing community, blindness, chronic pain, mental health diagnosis, goals of substance use reduction, and the list goes on. We all have our own experience with disability, whether it's our own, with people we know, or with people we encounter in our daily lives. Here at AbilityMKE Now, we break down the barriers and celebrate the ability in all of us. And I am excited as always to have a wonderful friend joining us this evening. She's been a great friend of the show for a very long time, and so happy to have Marianne Ambrose, also known as Marianne of Waikiki, joining us live from Mexico and coming off the water, having had a really lovely day down there. So Marianne, how are you?
Well, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm fantastic. And it's a beautiful sunny day here. And what an honor again to be on Milwaukee radio show through not only you, the World of Ability, and Kurt Roskoff, as well as the Disability Channel with Jay Stoyan. So thank you so much. And I want to thank you, Sue, more than anything. You're the one that is so dedicated every week. And it's Teachers Appreciation Week. So I want to talk about you, Sue. Let's talk about Teachers Appreciation Week on this channel. So I know it's the end of the year of school season for a lot of different places. And we're grateful that we can shine the light and educate people. And so tell us more, because you're going to be, moving forward with the summer. And let's talk about summer fun. Let's talk about summer fun activities, summer fun programs. With Santa Papa John in the Acts of Kindness series. So, and let's give teachers a break. We all need a break because we're so dedicated and working. And with people with special needs or not, I got music here coming in and everything like that. But Sue, please tell us about you. You are the one, the interviewer. Please tell us about what you do. It's Teachers Appreciation Week, and I appreciate you so much.
Very sweet, Marianne. Thank you so much. Yeah, we are going to be on break here real soon. Actually, technically, today was our very last day of finals. So I actually work at Carroll University out in Waukesha, and they have been, oh my gosh, the students, anyone who's ever gone through a finals week knows that when you get to the last day of it, it's just a big relief. And really that's where everybody is. Now the instructors all are doing their grading, and graduation is this weekend already. So it's a very busy and exciting time for so many. And it is actually a lot of fun. At Carroll there, they do have every year, you can predict the graduation ceremonies are going to take place on Mother's Day weekend. So that is a lot of a long standing tradition. And now that we have it moved, it's not actually on Mother's Day anymore. It's on Saturday. So mothers can still enjoy time with family and celebrate the mom more as just as much as the graduate. So those graduating can have their celebration on Saturday, and then the moms still get celebrated on Sunday. So it's going to be a great weekend in so many ways. We're shifting gears, and I think teachers everywhere really do appreciate that time in the summer to have a little bit of I don't know if I want to, what's the right word? Recovery time, rejuvenation, just some time off, because it is intense. When teachers are, I know I hear people that don't teach making comments like, oh, they only teach for 9 months out of the year. It's like, if they had to do it year round, I don't know how many would still have the same passion for that they do now. I think it's brilliant that we are able to have that time for our teachers to be able to take care of themselves because they teach all day, they grade all night, they teach all day, they grade all night, they teach all day, they grade, so that's the way it is. They grade, they plan, they live, eat, breathe all of that for 9 months out of the year. So it is time to step back, say thank you to our teachers, remember how important they are in all of our lives. It's in some ways a very thankless job because it's hard. There and I think where I am, it's so much better. I love where I am and the students. I can't imagine honestly what it would be like teaching little ones all year long. That's a totally different challenge, and blessings to all those who are teachers out there in honor of this Teachers Appreciation Week. I think that's perfect, Marianne. Thank you so much for acknowledging that and remembering and reminding us all that we need to be thankful to the teachers around us. And I know you were talking about summer fun. We do have some summer fun coming. Uh, I think a lot of people know I'm a member of the Pewaukee Lake Water Ski Club. Our family has been for years. And one of our favorite things to do in the summer is adaptive water skiing. And we do have dates set now. So I think it's time we can actually share what those are. So in Pewaukee, the date is going to be we have one day in August. August 23rd is a Saturday, and that's when we will be doing a big adaptive event in Pewaukee. And we have several dates down in Burlington at Fisher Park on Browns Lake with the Lindsay Legis Free Water Ski Club. And those dates include June 27th, and these are Fridays, Friday, June 27th, and Friday, August 22nd. Those are the 2 days that are going to be open for anyone to come on down for the adaptive skiing there. And then we also have a date at the state water ski tournament in Wisconsin Rapids. That is on Friday, July 18th. So if you are anywhere up in the Rapids area during that weekend, that Friday, July 18th is the opportunity in the north neck of the woods there. So we do have a lot of fun things happening. Believe it or not, we were on the water last night. Our ski club actually started practice last night. Luckily for us, it was a really nice day. But we are on the water already. We'll be on the water there every Tuesday and Thursday from now until Labor Day. Our first show will be on Memorial Day, last show on Labor Day, and every Thursday in between those two dates is a show night. So lots of fun coming up. And it totally works with your tagline, Marianne. So go out and play. We are making the most of the opportunity that we have here to do just that. So, and I believe you got to go out and play a bit today too. What's all new with you down there?
Well, yes, I'm with some retirees down here who got to go out and go out and play on a sailboat. And yeah, so retired nurse and friend and all that and veteran. And we got to play last Saturday and you saw us on the World of Ability, and we appreciate that too. These amazing, retirees do a lot of good work,
They
and
do.
they fundraise, and to see the hats and all that for the Derby Day. You saw that. I made you stay a
It
little
was
bit
very
longer on
fun.
the show and ask them. And a lot of the people are, they're parents of veterans, or yeah. So we had a great time and everything like that. And it's continuing, but people, the season comes and goes, so when people need to pack up and to do different things. So anyway, but it's been great fun, and polo season is going to be happening. So we'll be launching our book, Righteous Acts of Kindness, featuring Pono the Hawaiian polo pony for the summer, and maybe hopefully Santa Papa John will want to help us with reading for a summer fun reading program. We'll talk to him about that, and the
Amazing.
acts of kindness series. So, we have activities, and and so everybody can learn. It just depends where you are, and make a habit of learning a different foreign language or a name or something like that. So we'll see what happens soon. Again, we really appreciate you too. And again, our classroom teachers can receive copies of the books from donorschoose.org. So a big appreciation to all the teachers. And yeah, it feels like writing a book, a series, and everything like that. It's a big relief. Because it's done. It is done and it's written, and the universe will take it off. And you as a teacher, I was a student, I got to travel and interpret. This was what the universe was telling me to do. And this is my next purpose. So to finally feel like I completing the thesis and doing all that, and here you go, and the gifts that we can give to the world for free. And we're partnering with Clean Water Foundation and doing good work and all that. It's tears of joy. It's tears of joy. And to watch the videos as well. And with your support, with you and Kurt Roscoff through the World of Ability, as well as the Happy Neighborhood Project, and being interviewed, and the Disability Channel with Jay Stoyan, who interviewed me last year. And we applied for Awesome Grant Foundation. And there's a lot of things out there that people don't know how they can acquire this money and grant writers, and it doesn't take that much. Like, you gotta really sit down and it took me 15 minutes on Awesome Foundation grant. Not the first time we won it, Sue, but the second time by showing different things or whatever and sitting and applying. So I want to share with all teachers this summer to really, really think about it. Or if you got projects this summer, it's called Awesome Foundation Grant. Okay. There's different cities, different chapters, and you can play. They love to give $1,000 away a month. Who wouldn't want that? Who wouldn't want that? Right. So
Exactly.
I won once in Oahu, and Leon helped me gift it. I was traveling because why? I was up in Vancouver, Canada with Jay Stoyan, the Disability Channel, who's part of this channel. And Leon was there, but I was able to do everything by Zoom with you and Kurt and all that. And we gifted the Honolulu Hawaii School for the Deaf and Blind. So dreams really do come true. And that money came true, and we allocated it. Remember, I gave you the check to make it happen. Part of it happened. And we want to continue to do that, Sue. And then I applied for Minnesota, and guess what? They love the coloring books. We want it. They ordered them. So I'm highlighting Teachers Appreciation Week and talking of Milwaukee and Aloha and Ola and all that. Yes, it's the end of the year, but guess what? There's money out there. It's called Awesome Grant Foundation, and we want to share that with the world. And it took 15 minutes to apply for it. Also, there's Donors Choose. So think about it over the summer, Sue. Donorschoose.org. They gave
What they do is
25,000.
amazing because that is,
They
go ahead.
Yeah. So they gave $25,000 to teachers in the islands of Hawaii 2 years ago. Subaru Hawaii did. And a couple of, well, 10, maybe 10 years now. Gosh, we went through a pandemic, but Good Morning America recognized teachers too. Teachers requested products and all that. And I met Marilyn Rogers over in Honolulu, Hawaii, and she requested 50 books and she got funded in 2 weeks. So not taking a break, and well, it is taking a break for everybody, the stress, because a lot of teachers, teachers appreciation work, spend a lot of money on products. So these are gifts that you can sit down for 15 minutes and request them, and you can get funded for it. So I'm really, really talking about on the show tonight for you, and I appreciate you over the years. It's Teacher Appreciation Week. We're end of the year, and just apply. Just apply
And
for it.
actually, I got one thing I got to share with you that I bet you don't know about. So you know how on every day we get together for the shakedown, which is it's 15 minutes of music and motion, and that is something we've been doing for years now. And at the end of that, our friend Mark comes on and shares the things to celebrate, like you're telling us about Teacher Appreciation Week. Another thing that came up that is today, it is National Interpreter Appreciation Day. So I know you've been a sign language interpreter for a very long time, and that is something that I hope you know. Today is a day to appreciate you as well. So the little write up that he had for what today is, so, National Interpreter Appreciation Day. Interpreters are needed in government offices, hospitals, businesses, and any organization that will have to deal with people from different linguistic groups or when sign language is needed. They have to be sure they can pass on clear and concise information. And I would say that is a really difficult job to be able to correctly interpret things and be able to do that smoothly and to get conveyed the message that was intended. And that's something that you've done for years. And because how many years were you actively working as an interpreter?
Well, let's just say, I graduated from Central Michigan University and I did work for a mental health agency.
Hmm.
And yes, we had a case, and at that time, the American Disabilities Act, and I'm highlighting another friend, President Bush recognized that. So, that's 30 years ago. So I went to Hawaii and I was walking down the beach on Easter and I saw a friend and that just started sparking off with it. And yes, so anybody can learn at any type of time. And I interpreted, from 30 years to whatever I did. I interpreted at the Unity Church of Hawaii, and it was great fun and, tears of joy because someone was able to express communication. And we talk about veterans, Sue, and there's a lot of military moms and dads coming home from being of service who can't hear their own children or grandchildren. So anybody can learn sign language at the time, such as I'm thirsty, I'm hungry, change my diapers, mom and dad. So interpreting is a different type of skill, but it's just basic information. And you know that too as a beginning mom, right? I'm
Oh yeah.
thirsty, I'm hungry, more. So you are an interpreter too. So really the skills can elevate up there to do that, but you were an interpreter as a mom. So again, teachers appreciation and yes, but being really more fluent in a different language and really, really being present and communication and all that, it's great. And so thank you for letting me sharing. But yes, and so you have baby sign language and everything like that. We highlighted on the show here too. So interpreting can be at any type of level or language. And yes, and then there's other interpreters that, are highly skilled for different situations, such as medical, courtroom, legal, and all that. But who would want to be doing that stuff? Because most of the people are happy. So why would we want to be in that type of auditorium, right?
That's a
Being
challenge.
being mislabeled or a speeding ticket or I've heard people too say that, oh, well, you have a need to be a courtroom interpreter. I said, well, why? Because we're not troublemakers. So you got to understand that, it's a misinterpretation just because we can facilitate that and all that. And we're not really troublemakers. Things do happen according to the laws, but yeah, so there you go. I can end the story with that. Well, there's a need for you to have a job. Like I said, no, there's no need for me to have a job because everybody's perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We make mistakes. So, but it is again back to the baby sign language. There you go. So we highlight some characters and all that stuff. You're a mom, and look at your mom grown up daughter now. Appreciate that, right?
Oh yeah. And the sign language actually when she was an inf or I'd say when she was a toddler, it was amazing the difference that made. She didn't have words yet that she could speak, but she could use her hands to motion to us what she was looking for. She knew how to say milk. She knew how to say more. She knew how to say it's quite a few different things. And I feel like we were very lucky that where she was at a daycare that was something they encouraged. They taught signs. They were very enthusiastic with using that because it increased communication and it was something that the kiddos could do. And I think sometimes people underestimate what kids are able to do really early in life. And it's like talk to your kids, learn those few signs. It's actually not hard to do. I mean, and it helps so much. There's always that mystery of, oh, what do they want? I don't know what. No, really, they can tell you what they want. You just have to give them the tools to be able to do that. And sign language can do that. It's amazing.
Yeah, so again, back to teachers appreciation work, and we want to continue to multiply the acts of kindness, Sue,
So how
because
many, those that have not gotten to read your books yet, how many books have you written?
we completed the fourth series with my co-writer Suzanne Sims, with the soundtrack by Lucy Lynch. My vision is to bring them into animation movies because no one has done it, and it's I just see the vision and all that. And you know that it's too expressive as well. They're great, crazy, fun characters. And they have a purpose. They have a purpose in life. And this is what's really, really happening in the world. Emotional, but ocean cleanup, anti-bullying, and climate change. So how do you leave a legacy and all that kind of stuff? So, and you see other animation movies and all that. So these are the characters to do it, and I'm very blessed that I had a supportive team to help me write this, to complete it as a thesis. Not that many people they'll just say, "Oh, I could, help you write it," but really the dedication, the mission, and all that. And if you're my instructor, you saw the videos, Leon. I think you give us a high five.
It's awesome.
So there's a lot of creativity in it and all that, and a lot of thought into it so that we can leave a legacy and, make a difference in the world and all that. And I can't thank you enough for letting me be interviewed today and tonight. And again, I shine the fact that we won the Awesome Grant Foundation because I hired you to help us to bring these to the world with Jay Storin on the Disability Channel and to make a difference to the world. So thank you, Awesome Grant Foundation. We paid it forward. We multiply the acts of kindness. We gifted the Y School for the Deaf and Blind. Leon McLaughlin was there for a water unit, and I was on Zoom. I did it with you, and this is how the world of ability works. So thank you again for the Disability Channel and this great, amazing interview. Mahalo, I'm Marianne of Waikiki.
Awesome as always. We've been on the weekends. We actually have World of Ability as a podcast that we've been running for actually for quite a few years now. And I know Marianne's been a very faithful participant in all of that we do on the Saturdays. I want to back up for a moment. I did bring up briefly about the shakedown. I think it pays to share that out a little bit because we all need more motion and more movement in our lives, I think. So many of us are sitting at a computer a lot or are just, whatever our job is, we can be very stagnant with where we are. We may have, whatever our ability is. It was originally started by a gentleman who has MS, multiple sclerosis. So has movement issues, just to oversimplify. Uh, he realized that when COVID started and he now was at home and not getting the normal activity that he always was used to, that his mobility was having a very negative impact. He was not able to do everything that he wants because with not going out and about as much, it was actually affecting him physically. So he made a commitment to himself that he would go on Zoom once a day. And he said, we're going to do it at 12 o'clock noon. He's Central Time. So he's like 12 o'clock noon Central. We are going to meet on Zoom. Anyone who wants to join was able to come on and join in. And then he would get on and he committed to doing 15 minutes of music in motion. And it's all fun. It's literally called the shakedown because he happens to be a drummer. He has a great passion for percussion and drum circles and that type of thing. So he ended up calling this the shakedown. So in each hand, grab something that would be shakeable, make or create your own shaker. You know, he had encouraged us to grab a little bottle of some sort and just throw some rice or beans or something that would make noise that you could shake, and it just something to make it fun, right? So we still continue this today. 15 minutes of music in motion, and then that's where it's expanded a little bit here. It's not just the music in motion. We also celebrate the different things that are going on, like with if you ever have looked online to see what can I celebrate today, there's always some national holiday of some sort that could be very obscure. Like here, I'll give you another one. Today is also the Great American Grump Out, Grump, Grump. So Grump Out, and it says what it sounds like a day to be grumpy, but it's actually the opposite. You're encouraged to find the silver lining today because there always is one. So things like that, just of whatever is unique about today, we end up sharing out. And our friend Mark is the one that is so good to look all those up and is ready with that. And also started with sharing celebrity birthdays because that's a lot of fun too. And even like some facts of the day or this day in history, whatever is going to be fun and unique for today. And we do that, like I said, literally every day. And it's more than just the music in motion at this point. It is something that there's a core group that truly does show up, and that is their activity, their exercise for the day. And it's not difficult. It's actually easy motions, and we all adapt it to whatever we're able to do. If you can do a little more high intensity, you go for it. If you can only use one arm, you do what you can with one arm. Whatever it is, because we all have different abilities. We all do what we can to the best of our ability. And we even have one friend that motion is too much to do, but he still likes doing the social time. We tend to stick around afterwards and we check in on each other. We see how we're doing. We're very much keeping an eye on one another and being certain that everybody's doing okay. And if somebody we expected to show up doesn't show up, we can reach out and see how they're doing. And that's something I think that's important for all of us to be able to be in touch, to have that high touch piece of our lives where we can connect with others and make that difference. And really for us, it's a very core group here that we're always open to having others joining in and taking part, and we make it available. We actually live stream it out to YouTube and to Facebook and make it available so that anyone, anywhere, if they are looking for something that's like that, that's just kind of fun, we're very much open with sharing that out there to make it be a resource for whoever might find it interesting. So it is something that I appreciate that I get to help out with that, and it keeps me moving. That's what I like to do. And with that, I know we are coming up towards the end here. Marianne, it's been a pleasure having you on. Thank you so much for sharing all the great things with Acts of Kindness series and your website, actsofkindnessseries.com. We are here with Ability MKE Now, and as always, we thank you.
And we thank you too. Happy Teachers